Welcome to Economics of Innovation. In this video, we look at how economists think about the optimal length of patents. The idea is to capture, in a simple model, the trade-off between giving innovators enough protection to motivate R&D and avoiding excessive monopoly power that harms consumers. The goal of this module is to understand, using a formal model, how patent duration should be chosen to balance static efficiency and dynamic efficiency. Static efficiency is about low prices and high output today. Dynamic efficiency is about strong incentives to innovate for tomorrow. If you want more detail, this material follows section 19.2.1 of Belflam and Peitz, Industrial Organization, Markets and Strategies. Let me now describe the model. We assume that an innovative idea exists. But turning that idea into a real innovation requires R&D effort. The variable x, which lies between 0 and 1, represents both the chosen R&D effort and the probability that the innovation is actually discovered. So, a higher x means investing more in R&D and having a higher chance of success. The cost of R&D is given by c of x, and is a function of the square of x. As a result, this cost increases with effort, and it increases at an increasing rate, which reflects diminishing returns to R&D. Each extra unit of effort becomes more and more costly. The timing is a simple two-stage game. In stage 1, the regulator chooses the patent length, t. In stage 2, taking t as given, the innovator chooses her R&D effort. Our goal is to understand how t affects the innovator's incentives and overall welfare. The two panels of this figure compare what happens during patent protection and after the patent expires. The patented process innovation is represented by the downward shift in marginal cost from C_0 to C_1, producing each unit becomes cheaper. The patent determines for how long this cost advantage is enjoyed under monopoly rather than shared under competition. In each period during the patent, the innovator has monopoly power with the new, lower marginal cost. She sets a constrained monopoly price, earns monopoly profit pi_m, and consumers enjoy a surplus cs_m. Total welfare in each period is w_m. Once the patent expires, competition drives the price down closer to marginal cost. Consumer surplus increases, firm profit falls to cs_c, and total welfare per period becomes w_c, which is higher than w_m. Given a patent length t, the innovator chooses R&D effort x to maximize expected profit. With probability x, the innovation succeeds, and she earns the discounted stream of profits capital pi of t. With complementary probability, it fails, and she earns nothing but still pays the R&D cost. Solving this problem yields a profit maximizing effort equal to pi of t divided by phi, the parameter that determines the slope of the R&D cost function. The larger this parameter, the faster R&D costs increase with efforts. Because monopoly profit per period exceeds competitive profit, a longer patent increases the present discounted value of expected profit and therefore raises the chosen R&D effort x. In other words, longer protection strengthens innovation incentives. Now we move to the regulator's problem. The regulator chooses patent length, anticipating how the innovator will react. Expected welfare is the probability of success, x, times the present value of welfare if the innovation occurs, w of t, minus the R&D cost, which itself depends on the R&D effort that the innovator will choose given the patent length. Here, because welfare becomes larger once the patent expires, extending the patent reduces welfare per period for a given innovation. After rearranging the first-order condition, we see that it splits neatly into two parts. The first term is the marginal dynamic gain. When t increases a bit, R&D effort and thus the probability of innovation rise, which is good for welfare. The second term is the marginal static loss. Longer protection raises R&D costs and prolongs the period of monopoly, resulting in lower consumer surplus. The optimal patent length is where these two forces exactly balance. The last extra day of protection brings just enough extra innovation to offset the extra static distortion it creates. To conclude, the optimal patent length balances two effects of extending protection. On the dynamic side, longer protection boosts innovation by raising the expected return from successful R&D. On the static side, it increases R&D cost and extends the period during which consumers face monopoly prices and deadweight loss. Because of diminishing returns to R&D, ever longer patents produce smaller and smaller increases in the probability of innovation. At the same time, discounting means that the benefits consumers enjoy after patent expiry are worth less, in present value, the further into the future they are pushed. As a result, a patent of infinite duration is, in general, not welfare maximizing in this model. There is some finite length that best trades off static and dynamic efficiency. Thank you for watching.